Well, hello, fellow humans. It's time that we do some math. If you've ever taken any time to play Minecraft, chances are you've seen coordinates. Because all you have to do is hit F3 and your X, Y, and Z coordinates will pop up. Well, what do those coordinates mean? How do they relate to math? Well, let's find out. Well, here we are in the void, where I have constructed a sort of grid system of coordinates. I can line up my crosshairs here, and you see it basically matches up. It's 20 blocks up, 20 blocks down, 20 blocks to the left, and 20 blocks to the right. This basically resembles the coordinate plane you would see on a piece of paper in a math class. And this coordinate plane has some key features. So, if I come in with this yellow concrete, I can label what's called the origin. And this is the very center block. It's what's known as 0, 0. I can also label my x-axis with the blue concrete. This is what runs horizontal, traditionally. It will run in both the positive direction, which in this case would be to the right, and in the negative direction, or to the left. And these two sides together would make up my x-axis, which would continue infinitely in either direction, as far as the world goes. Now we also have our y-axis, which is our vertical coordinates, or up and down. And I'm going to label those with our red blocks. And just like we had positives and negatives for our x-coordinates, we have positives and negatives for our y-coordinates. So right now, our red concrete blocks are only on our positive y values. However, below our origin, we also have our negative y values. If I can manage to get the blocks to go all the way down, I will have changed the color of our entire y-axis to red. Now both of these axes would technically go all the way down and all the way up. So these axes would continue infinitely. Now, in Minecraft, things are a little bit different. We don't technically have a negative direction, as everything ends at bedrock, and we do technically have a build limit, or a ceiling, to our y direction. Also in Minecraft, we have a z direction. However, in a two-dimensional coordinate plane, there is no z, so we only have x and y. So that's all we're going to look at today. Now, we can see it in the void, where there's nothing else really around, but how do these coordinates look in a normal Minecraft world? Well, let's find out. Here we are in a normal Minecraft world, more specifically a plains biome. And if we were to stand on the ground and hit F3, we would see our coordinates. Here they are, negative 241, 67, 384, give or take a little bit. And the negative 241 is our x-coordinate, and the 67 is our y-coordinate. So the 67 is the number of blocks we are above 0. And our x-coordinate gives us our x position. So here we can take our blue concrete, and if we walk in this direction, you'll notice that our x-coordinate changes. That's because this is along the x-axis. It may be at a different y value than 0, but it's still traveling in the x direction, both positive and negative. Now, as far as our y direction goes, that's our up and down. And well, if I were to dig a hole down, I would change y direction. So now if I open F3, you'll see I'm at 64, whereas with each block I place, I'm one higher, so now I'm at 65, 66, 67, and back at 68. All of these numbers are going to be positive because the Minecraft world starts at between 1 and 5 depending on what level your bedrock is. And as far as which direction is positive and which direction is negative for our x values, well, that depends on which side it increases. So if I walk this way, you'll notice that our x-coordinate is decreasing. So this would be our negative side, which means if I were to walk over here, this would be my positive side. So we have positive and negative directions on our x-axis, and we have increasing y-coordinates going up all the way to the build limit. And these create two of our axes inside of the Minecraft world. They stretch on infinitely, even though we only work in a very small part of them. Now you also have a z direction in Minecraft, which is basically done the same way, minus the fact that if I get out some, let's go with lime green concrete, it travels in this direction. Forwards and backwards. Which are the forwards and backwards, left and right are relative, but nonetheless, we create this three-dimensional coordinate system. Here, if I hit F3, we would have this being our negative z direction, and this being our positive z direction, as if I were to start at our center block and walk this way, our z coordinate would increase, and if I were to walk this way, it would decrease. Now, this is all based on using this center block right here as 0, which it isn't in Minecraft, but it doesn't matter. We use these coordinates to get around, and we're technically navigating on axes in a coordinate plane without ever even knowing it. That's just how Minecraft works. So whilst you may think you've just been navigating around a map, you've actually been doing math. Because the whole Minecraft world is in 3 dimensions, which are easily represented by this coordinate plane. So, we've looked at the coordinate plane in the void and what our x-axis and our y-axis are, and we've looked at our coordinate plane on an actual Minecraft map so we could see how we use it to get from point A to point B. Now, you can use your Minecraft knowledge to help you in real-world math. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you even learned something. If you learned something super cool, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can learn something in our next video. Goodbye!